Folks who have lived around here a long time will remember the original Miss Daisy's Tea Room in Franklin, which opened, get this, 40 years ago today. Several restaurants and dozens of cookbooks later, the recipes for Miss Daisy's first place and first business are still so popular that we're going to share one of those recipes for you today as we say happy anniversary to Daisy King. Happy anniversary. Can you believe it? 40 years ago today.
When I realized this was my day, I thought, okay, we're going to have a party. So I have brought not only the chicken divan, but I have brought 12 of the original classics that we had on our menu to share with you.
All right.
So,
well, we're going to do this recipe and then we'll talk about a couple of the other ones here, but we're doing chicken divan today, and I love this recipe. I've not had yours just yet, but love the recipe.
They're all very similar. You know, it's public domain out there. Of course, it is in my cookbook, but everybody has made it. And you may use turkey or chicken, but either way, you can put this in the bottom of the 2-quart casserole. That's 2 to 3 cups of chopped chicken.
Yes. And I need to grease it or anything?
No, it's fine. And the original recipe says frozen broccoli, but I've used fresh broccoli. You may use either one, and that's about 2 heads of broccoli. And then we're going to make our sauce, and it's so easy. It's one of those basic, you start out with a cream of chicken soup, and if you don't have cream of chicken, you may use cream of mushroom. I have used cream of celery. When you go to your pantry, just don't fret because it's one of those basic stock items. All right, and then next I'm going to let you continue stirring this, Leland. We're going to add a little mayonnaise. That's what gives that little southern touch. A cup of mayo. And stir that in. And then we're going to add, after the mayo, a teaspoon of lemon juice. And I do use fresh lemon juice. And I use a half a teaspoon of curry powder, and I like curry, so sometimes I use an entire teaspoon. You can really smell it. It's aromatic. It's so good. And then, of course, a tablespoon of butter.
Of butter, okay. All right.
Butter, and you just stir, and I normally melt it. And then I want to add about a cup of cheddar cheese. And then this is our mixture that we are going to pour on top of the broccoli and the chicken or the turkey, and we're going to bake it for about 20 or 30 minutes, and right about 10 minutes before it comes out, then you'll want to add the remaining 1/2 cup of cheddar cheese on top.
All right.
And I can truthfully say 40 years of making this at restaurants, it does freeze well. And you may refrigerate it for up to a week.
This is one of those good casserole dishes if you're going somewhere, taking something to somebody.
Yes. Yeah, it's a crowd pleaser, it's comfort food, and everybody loves it. And when I opened the tea room and I found that it was a tie between the chicken divan and the beef casserole, I thought, yay, I have 2 casserole dishes basically that men enjoy. All right, so pour that in, and then let me tell you about the others while you're pouring, if you'd like, and then we'll figure out some other things you want to ask me about, because you didn't get to come to the original tea room.
I did not know.
As the guest would come in the door, Leland, I would give them bran muffins with a little cinnamon butter to snack on. With the chicken or turkey divan, I would serve a cranberry salad, which you'll see over here. Here's the famous beef casserole with the water chestnuts in it. You see the divan in the beginning, and then over to its right is the cream chicken over cornmeal muffin rings. And when we first opened, Leland, we made muffin rings for about 6 weeks, and I was like, no, we can't do that. So we went to cornbread squares, marinated carrots, and we had a delightful, I think, quiche Lorraine. All
right. We see the cookbook there, so that Little Yellow Cookbook has gotten a big-time workout over the years, hasn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's 36 years old.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's not quite 40 yet, but it's getting there. And then over to your left, this is the party squash, and I've made this on the air, and I know Meryl loves that. And then to it is that homemade banana pudding, and it's wonderful. And this is fudge pie with and in the summer you can't get peppermint ice cream.
Is that
cherry
the grilled
vanilla,
cheese and then the chicken salad?
Chicken salad, tomato, or either one. And then those are asparagus roll-ups. So I mean, we're just gonna have a party.
All right, great stuff here. This is recipe number 5121. It's online right now in the Talk of the Town recipe section. 5221, the recipe number there, 5221, in the recipe section of newschannel5.com. As always, Miss Daisy, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Happy anniversary.